Hello friends and fellow gamers. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build Ilmango's gold and XP farm. This is it here. I've done some modifications to make it work better in 1.17. You see here it is working. This is on a public server, so naturally there is a mob cap, so it's going to be running a little slower than its potential. But we've got some layers here where the zombie piglins will spawn in, and they are aggroed to the player standing in the middle because of these outside guys that can't go anywhere. And all the other guys that spawn in will rush over here and will get killed by entity cramming right in there. All their XP will flow to the player, and all their loot will go down here and drop down to our item sorting system down below. It looks a bit intimidating and complicating, but honestly, it is very simple. I built this completely in survival on a server that I play on called Casual Craft. So follow along with me as I show you how to build it in survival mode live on the server. So the first thing you'll need to do is find a nether waste biome and make your way to the roof. If you pull up your F3 menu, you'll see there on the left hand side it'll say what the biome is, and you're looking for nether waste, and you want to find the block that is sitting at Y level 127. So if we look straight up here, you can see on the right hand side our targeted block coordinates, and the Y level is at 127. So we're going to go up to there. You'll place a ladder right up against it and grab an ender pearl straight into the corner. And there you are, you're up on the roof. Just build a portal now, link it up in the overworld, and you'll be all set. No need to break Bedrock anymore. But as you can see, we've already been up here, done all that. So now I'll just dive into showing you the tutorial. Now this is not my design, this is Ilmango's design. However, I have done some changes to it. Whether or not I improved it or not, I'm not going to claim that, but it works for me. And a little something different that I'm doing with this one is I'm actually building it in survival on our Casual Craft server. So as I'm building it, I will be 100% in survival. That's why I got my snazzy little wings on, because I will fall and I don't want to die. But as you can see here, we have a little bit of a platform built up here. We are on top of the nether roof in a nether waste biome. I've already checked around everything, make sure I'm not going to overlap with anything. And underneath the bedrock is a fairly open area that we shouldn't have to worry about any kind of spawn proofing anything. So we built a tower up, and this is our center point here where this trapdoor is. And the way the trapdoor works is you can just climb right up through the trapdoor. Perfectly fine. But we're going to close that so I don't fall in it. I did build out this platform a little bit because I'll show you later. But each of these spots here, we are on Y level 237, standing on it. So the hoppers are going to go here, and they're on Y 238. Okay, so we're going to have hoppers going down into each of these blocks. And on each of the hoppers, we're going to place a rail with a hopper minecart on top of the rail. Let's go ahead and break that rail. And grab it out of there. And then we'll need to push a block down onto the hopper minecart, just like so. Then we can break all this, and it will fall to its demise. Oh, caught some of it. There we go. And just for security, we can surround that block there with some glass. I will do this for all four. So after we completed all of the hoppers and put the hopper minecarts in it, I towered up a couple more blocks just so we can be on this level here. This will be the main platform. Now we will AFK a couple blocks higher. We'll actually AFK here on that block. But all this will need to stay the same. So our next step is to place some grindstones. Oops. up like this. And what this is going to do is this is going to create a section that's slightly less wide than a full block. And Ilmango actually used anvils at the time of his video. These work the same way. I don't believe they were available at the time, but yeah, these will work just as great, and they're cheaper. So we're gonna go with that, and then the back wall will just go up like that. Okay, so on top of this, we're gonna place a rail like that. And if I'm not mistaken, we do want it to kind of face in. So like this area, again, we'll just face them all in like that. But on top of this rail, we're going to need to place 24 minecarts. We'll place one like that, and then we'll get there and place them all. All right, all 24 right there. So don't accidentally fall on that. You will die. Don't do it. It's not worth it. And to help make sure you don't fall in here, we're going to place a block there, just temporarily. And we're going to put a little slab like that. And what that's going to allow all the XP to come out underneath and come up to us, so we can collect it. Come up here and we'll tower up. I believe it was 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then on the inside, we'll need to place trapdoors. Let's see if I can do this without dying. Yeet. Okay. Boom. Close it. Not happy with that. OCD's kicking in. There we go. Just like that. And then we can tower up these the rest of the way. And we can break all that. There we go. And we'll just duplicate that on all 4 sides. So around the outside here, we will just fill this in. Just like that. High. So now I'm going to create just a little barrier here, and we'll just fill that little space in with the glass, and then we can kind of use the crafting table, and we are going to have to kind of create a little step up. We'll probably do that here since I already built that up. We can do that by utilizing chests. We'll do a chest there, and here. And then I even have an ender chest here too. We can slap that in here too, just for good looks. And then on top of this level here, we're gonna need to put slabs down. So I got some stone slabs here, and it should be about eye level. So if we slap those here, you should see here we can see over those slabs. That's what we want to have. We'll fill in the rest of the space with glass, just like this. Be careful again, don't fall in there. You will die. It will not be pretty. True story. It has happened. And then on one of these where we put the chests, we can kind of create a little ladder to go out. This way we can get out to the outside for the remainder of the build. It did mess up here though. You want the platform to actually be right below those slabs. So these need to go down one more level to right here. Again, right below those slabs, just like that. And then right here, where our kill chamber is, we want to build a stair there, and go another stair like that, and another stair like that. That way they come up one and then drop in. Not sure why that's important, but I'm sure there's a reason. Ilmango's way smarter than I am, so I'm going to take his word for it. We're just going to do that right there on all 4 of them. And that is our AFK chamber done. Whee, there it is. that's the AFK chamber. So yeah, I almost did it. I almost did it. Oh boy. Wow. That was a close one. Okay, be careful, guys. Be careful. From the very center, level with the platform, build out 20 blocks of glass, followed by 8 blocks of the magma blocks. Next, you'll follow this pattern of building out with the magma blocks. About 5, in 1, then 4, in 1, then 3, in 1, then 2, in 1, then 2, in 1, then 2, in 1, 1, in 1, 1, in 1, 1. Duplicate this on an adjacent side. On the inside, you'll follow this pattern. Go out 4, in 1, out 3, in 1, out 2, in 1, out 2, in 1, out 2, then in 1, out 1, in 1, 1, in 1, 1. Fill in the section closest to the AFK chamber with glass. I used white stained glass here, but you can use any glass, is fine. Place torches down on every 4th block on a grid pattern like this. Fill in the remaining section with magma blocks. Be sure to place down carpets on every 4th block in an alternating pattern like this. That way it'll prevent any gas from spawning while you're building the rest of the farm. One thing that is important with this farm is to have 3 zombie piglins out here on the outside who can't get anywhere. They have to stay right there. I name tagged them, that way they can't disappear on us. And they keep the aggro so that all the new zombie piglins that spawn in will then know to aggro to you and run to the AFK chamber to their certain doom. But anyway, where there's this little platform was and those 3 torches are, that's where zombie piglins have to go. Just like that. All right, so here we have one quadrant started anyway. So we came off of the angle here, which is perfectly the corner. Boom. And what we did was we created these 3 little platforms here, and they're separated by a block, and we've got a block to 2 blocks away from the actual magma. That way they can't get off of these. And we just named them alarm. So what these guys do, these guys will keep the aggro going. We're going to have 3 out on this corner, 3 on each of the 4 corners as well. And they'll keep the aggro going for us. So we can AFK here for hours upon hours upon hours, however long we want. Now we do have to go, I believe we're going to have 4 layers in total. So that'll be 2 layers, and we'll go 2 more above that. We just got to keep in mind that as we go, we'll have these, we'll have to lay down some carpets. Now, once this layer's up, we can remove the carpets because the gas can't spawn in the 2-layer space. So we can reuse the carpets as we go. So let's complete 1 quadrant, and that way you can see it, and all you gotta do is duplicate that on all 4 sides. I'm following the same pattern as below, using just magma blocks to create the outside, and then as I fill it in, I place down the carpets to prevent gas from spawning in behind me. As I do each layer, I'll remove the carpet from underneath the layer previous. Going up a total of 4 layers, this is the top layer, and instead of doing carpets on this layer, I'm placing glass down, doing strips of glass every 3 blocks, so it's separated by 2 block gap. I didn't realize I was off on my lines until I got to the other side, and when I realized it was off, I just had to move the glass over by 1. So just fun things you got to do when you're in survival mode and building giant farms. So then I went through and just removed all my temporary blocks and then fell off. All right, we now have that quadrant complete. So on the very top, we do strips of glass every 3rd block. And just kind of make that little pad in there, prevents all the gas from spawning up there. And it still allows these guys to pop in. but I don't want to aggro them just yet because I'm going to build the other 3 quadrants, and then I'll show you when all that's done. And that'll be pretty much it for the actual farm. Down below, we're going to do a little hopper line, bring all the items around, and then we'll send them off down the edge. And I'm going to do all the storage down there just so it's easier to collect everything. I'm going to get these built. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. All right, I believe it is done. We've got 4 layers spawnable. We got glass on the top there to prevent gas. We have 3 alarm zombie piglins in there on either corner. This should be working. So the idea is you go up there, you get them aggroed. I'll get some snowballs or something, and then they'll just come in here and they'll fall to their deaths. And the system down here takes all the goodies, and we put a little cobweb there so they all line up before they drop. This is a simple little just a little clock here, so as it detects things in the dropper, it'll trigger this clock to go, and it'll just keep dumping until the dropper is empty. And that's just going to a spot down there. We're going to set up a sorting system and all that jazz a little bit later, but let me show you how it worked, and let's test it. Let's see if it does work. Let's see if I aggro this guy here. Missed him. There we go. And if we land here, they all should come after us, and hopefully we didn't miss anything. Boom, look at that. And here, see, it's all stacking up here and dropping down. I just have a hopper and a chest collecting it. For now, we'll hop down here and I'll show you what we got. Hopefully I don't die. Died a couple times. Died a couple times coming down. Oops. There we go. So, yeah, all the drops are coming right there. So here's the storage system I set up down below. All the items fall down here into this hopper, and they get filtered into that chest just so we don't lose any drops. And that hopper line takes it in to where the sorting system is. It's just a basic sorting system, nothing too fancy. It's got the comparator and just loops in there like that. Got it set to sort rotten flesh, gold ingots, gold nuggets, chicken, and feathers, just in case we get those chicken jockeys. And then the gold swords will end up in this chest here that will flow down and go into our super smelter to be smelted down to the gold nuggets. They'll just go into that chest, they'll come across here, go into the furnaces, and they get cooked up, end up right here. Pretty simple. Too many times I have fallen off of here. I have wings on, I just didn't deploy them soon enough, and I died several times. So I took out one little strip on the very top row, and that seems to have helped these guys jump straight down. Let me kill these guys and I'll show you what I mean. There they are. See those guys? They'll step down now. They won't, I guess they felt like it was too much of a fall, so they wouldn't come. Now they come straight down. It works good. Now that's more like it. We went from what, level 50 to 73, so over 20 levels in about a half an hour. And that's all there is to it. That is a complete functioning gold farm and XP farm. You just aggro the zombie piglins, they'll come after you, and they do all the work of dying and giving you all their loot and all their XP. Well, if you like the video, feel free to smash that like button for me. Comment if you have any questions or concerns. I'll try to answer them as promptly as possible. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to the channel for more of these tutorials to come. Also, just a reminder, this was played on the Casual Craft server. There'll be a link down in the description if you would like to apply to be whitelisted to play on the server with us. Well, thank you all for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.